Hello and welcome to Not Going Out Day 5. Brought to you from a different location this time. I'm at the top of my new play area. There's no children on it, so I thought, well, I might as well use it. I've also been joined by a cat. There you go, Penny, for those of you who know Penny. And yeah, lovely day, not too hard today. Was a little bit upset this morning, but got over it. I am seriously up and down. I'm sure you're all going to be similar as well. But anyway, stats. Number of cancellations received today, 0. Few holidays moved, but that's okay, just budged back a little bit. Number of arguments, 0.5 I would say. It nearly blew up over lunchtime, mainly to do with a loaf of bread, but it did calm down quite easily. Simon locked himself in the office for 20 minutes when he realised he couldn't eat the whole loaf on his own. Number of payments received, 0, not surprising to be perfectly honest. And number of successful loaves of bread cooked, 1, which caused the big argument at lunchtime, mainly because I think rationing the 1 loaf of bread per day isn't going to go down too well with 5 people. I might have to up the quantity, so I'll do 2. Anyway, I'm very pleased. I've posted a photo of my loaf of bread. It was magnificent and there's not a crumb of it left. So there you go. So what do I need to bring you to tell you today? Well, it's all sort of kicking off, isn't it, in the UK? So practical stuff yesterday, and I'm going to tell you some of the measures that are going on here that you may or may not know about. Obviously we're on lockdown, but the lockdown is becoming more and more stringent as every day goes by. So we've had some new regulations. I'm going to read them to you, or some new things that have happened today. All the beaches, promenades, ports, jetties are all closed. We're not allowed on any of them, mainly because people were messing it up, and there were too many people down there. You're not allowed to surf, do stand-up paddling, paddleboarding, no water sports whatsoever. You're only allowed out the gate 1 person at a time. You can't walk out down the street walking your dog as a couple, for example. They do not want 2 people at a time walking together, just 1 at a time. And we can only go between 1 to 2 kilometres away if you're either doing jogging, going for exercise, a brisk walk I guess, or walking a domestic animal. Cycling has been completely banned. Can you believe that in France? The land of the Tour de France, no cycling anymore. The supermarkets, quite a few of them have stopped taking cash. They don't want the hassle of having to go to a bank. They don't want to handle the money. They're only taking card payments, and the card payment machines are being wiped down, disinfected in between every client. We've got supplies, so there's seriously, after the initial round of panic buying, that the supplies have sorted themselves out, and as long as there's not another rush for panic buying, that should be okay. The staff in the supermarkets are all wearing masks. They've got sort of plexiglass screens up in front of them. There's demarcation lines on the floor with tape as to how close you can get in between customers as you come through the checkout of the glass. And yeah, in the pharmacies there are separate lines depending on what's wrong with you. So if you've got a cough, you've got to go somewhere completely different to whether you're just picking up a repeat prescription. And you're only allowed in 1 at a time. So there's a line of people waiting outside the pharmacies. What else? Don't rely on those deliveries, because deliveries are grinding to an absolute halt. There's lots of companies that aren't delivering anymore, and lots of companies that have been redeployed to deliver food supplies and medical supplies. So you know that Amazon order, it's gonna potentially not arrive very quickly, or if at all. And you know, fair play, you know, these guys are going out, they don't want to be delivering our bread machines maybe, but you know, they'll be put to better use really. And lots and lots of people everywhere are wearing masks, and in the hospitals they're wearing masks, which brings me to my thing that you might fancy doing of the day. This is making masks. So there was a call out from Sunbury Hospital last night on their Facebook account for people to help them because they were running low on masks. And you can help them by making a mask. And they put out a pattern and some requirements as what needed to be done. And it's made out of cotton with a double-sided cotton and some elastic. Anyway, I'm going to upload the pattern for you, and this is one that my friend Carol made, which I think is very fetching. There you go. So lots of people are going to be wearing very pretty masks, and the beauty if you make these, you can wash them. So I'll upload the pattern. It's all in French, but that's another thing for you to learn. It will help your French, and maybe it's something you can do with the kids or whatever. It's just literally, it's quite easy. and it might come in handy for you in like a week's time or whatever. Yeah, so that's that. And good news of the day, my 2 items that I found that are quite nice to know about is that in all of the major cities in France now, everyone is reporting about the bird song. You might be able to hear the bird song in the background here because they're away. So the birds have gone back to the main towns, and in Venice the water is clean again. It's running clear, the swans have come back, and yeah, that's my 2 pieces of good news. So whilst, yeah, this is horrendous and it is scary, and it is, well, it is what it is, at least there are some things that are improving because of it. Okay, so that's it for today. Sorry, no members of family, they're still mortified that I'm doing this, but they must be getting so bored now they're gonna rock up. I'm determined to get Evie on maybe tomorrow. Never gonna get Simon, I don't think. He's just way too shy. Okay, all right, I'm off now to cook the dinner, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.